One of the most important challenges I think we face is to define the civic purpose of schools. What is it about our nation and how we prepare and engage young people in building this country and sustaining a healthy democracy?
In the next 5 years, I think we'll be stabilizing our educator workforce. We all know that we're going through a teacher shortage right now, so I think there's a lot of room to grow and equitize the process and also diversify our network.
There's just not as much money in education, right? Like the federal government's pulling a lot of money out in the next few years. There's challenges at the state level with state budgets.
We need to do a better job of having a good, connected narrative about public schools, because the debate now is about attacking and undermining public schools, not just debating what the different policies should be.
How we can bring the conversation sometimes to things as fundamental as the safety of all children, rather than demonizing students who might be different.
Diversity is our greatest asset, and inclusion is our biggest challenge. We need to think about how we value diversity, how we stop denying complexity.
I am in the schools, on the ground, so I would like to see more representation of those of us that are actually working in the schools, in the building, directly with students.
I believe in intergenerational learning. And so another kind of voice that might be missing on some level is the wisdom of our elders as well, so ancestral histories and understanding, and then linking all of the people, you know, so young and old, in ways in which we're having constant dialogue together. I think that's important for what we do.
Our legislators, our policymakers, everyone who is organizing and making decisions and doing community organizing, they should also be here with the practitioners and the professionals.
I think about parents, I think about students, I think about community members who might not have the time or the resources to be in gatherings like this, but that they should be prioritized as our strategic voices and the people that we listen to map out our way forward.
I think that we have a lot of experts in the room, people who go deep in really specific policy areas, but I'd love to see folks who are involved more in the implementation.
When you think about food insecurity, when you think about physical health and mental health of students, those in the healthcare field involved in thinking about how to improve the education system as a whole, I think is really important.
It is the Black and brown and indigenous young people and communities who are in these schools, who are directly impacted and are ready to articulate an affirmative vision for their future. So that is who needs to be in the room, that's who needs to be funded, that's who needs to be centered in all of the strategies for the future of public education.
I think one of the biggest challenges as well as opportunity for education would be the opportunity for intergenerational communication. Currently we have the Gen Z, Millennial, and we're all in the workforce together.
Our grantees are having an opportunity to meet and interact with one another and finding connections where they can advance their work in the future. The times are tough and it's easy not to be hopeful. But I'm actually both hopeful and optimistic. You know, there's a big, if silent majority of folk who care a lot about our schools and about the young people in them.